Hello, welcome to Introduction to Java Programming. In this session, we discuss about switch statement. Let's begin. So as part of the basic programming constructs, we are discussing the control statements, and we have seen if statement in detail in the previous sessions. Now let's begin with the switch statement. A switch is a multi-way statement. That means you you have so many alternatives to choose. You have so many alternatives and you have to choose one or few from them. Then you can actually go for switch. In that case, if is not actually sufficient enough to carry your business logic, if you can try using the else if ladder, but as the number of choices are more, your code looks actually very much clumsy and it's not readable. So that's why we have a switch statement. You have good number of choices or good number of alternatives and you have to choose one or few. So how do you choose? So let's understand with the help of switch statement. And the switch has four keywords. So that means whenever you write a switch statement, you will be using four keywords. So whatever the language it is. So switch itself is a keyword, and then we will have something called case that is coming up. Then we will be using break and also default. So what are all these things we will understand. So switch basically, like if switch is a statement and the switch will take an expression. Just like if takes an expression, it evaluates to Boolean. So here switch takes an expression which evaluates to Boolean. No, it will not evaluate to Boolean. Most of your control statements will evaluate to Boolean, like if, for, while, do while, wherever. But the switch statements will evaluate to integrals and string actually. Okay, it evaluates to integrals. What integrals? So it can evaluate to byte, it can evaluate to an integer, and it can evaluate to a short value. It can evaluate to char as well, but not long actually. And strings also allowed as an expressions. Okay, so these only 5 types are allowed. Our expression can be a byte value or integer value, short value, or a character value. So these are actually called integrals because these are going to represent a whole numbers. Even character is also going to represent a whole number that we have understood. So that's nothing but the ASCII value or the Unicode value. And string is also allowed in Java from 1.7 onward. Java 1.7 string was added as a switch expression thing actually. Okay, so this is one point that has to be remembered. If evaluates only Boolean, you have only two options, true and false, whereas switch has n number of options, n number of choices, alternatives where you have to choose from. So that's why it evaluates to integral types, and it can be strings also. Another important point actually in switch is whenever we write the cases, so switch evaluates to some integral, and those integral values or string values or characters we will represent as cases actually. We call them as case labels. And these case labels should always be literals. This always be literals. For example, it is integer literal, maybe 10. It's a character, then we have to represent as X. If it's a string literal, we have to represent in a double quotes like, yeah, for example, Java kind of thing. Right, so always the case label should be integrals. They can't be expressions again, and they can't be variables. So I cannot say case a, case x, case y, where this x, y, a and are variables. Fine. So the labels are always going to be the literals. And when you write a case, and you will have some business logic to write, and the case should end with a break. Okay, so that whenever this case is matched, you will come out of this particular switch block. So switch begin and switch end is over here. Whenever the case matches, the expression matches with the case label, it will come here, and the statements are going to get executed and it will break. That means you will come out of the switch block. If you are not writing the break, what happens? the next case also is going to get executed. It will follows through. Okay, after this, it will follow through the label 2, and there is no break. It follows through the label n as well, actually. Okay, so break is important. So break actually makes to exit this particular switch block. So that means, see, for example, I have 10 options here. I am interested in one option based on my expression, right? And whenever this expression matches to any of these case labels, that particular case is only how to get executed, and it should come out. I don't want all other following cases to be executed. Of course, based on the requirement, you can choose actually whether you have to write the break or not. So if you wish to run your case labels based on certain expression, you can run it. But whenever you say break, it will exit from that particular point and comes out of the switch block. That's about the break. And the last point is, if none of these cases are getting matched, the default case is going to get matched. So for example, my expression is evaluating to 1 to 10. Okay, but I have written actually only 5 cases, case 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But my expression can evaluate to even up to 10. So whenever I get a value of 6 or 7 or 8, 9, 10, so none of these cases will match, right? So that time a default case will match. Usually in the default case, we will just write, we just provide a suggestion, or we just give a warning. Okay, because whatever the cases we are actually writing, it's going beyond, right? So we will say, so you have to enter only 1 to 5, okay, or greater than 5 are not allowed. You can suggest, or you can actually give a warning. Okay, so this is basically about the switch statement. Okay, so to sum up, switch is a multi-way statement, and all the things which you have written in the else if ladder can be written very neatly, readably using the switch statement. And it has 4 keywords: switch, case, break, and default. Switch expression evaluates to integrals and string, and the case labels are constants, must be constant. That means they are literals, they are not variables. And you have to use break whenever you want to come out of that particular switch block based on your program requirement. And if none of the cases are matched, and default case is going to get matched. So to understand this case statement, I will write actually a simple program here. So let me actually go to this demo.java. So what I'm planning here is, we will write a switch statement, and we will read a day number, and we'll print the day name. So for example, how we do it, so we will read that day number. So for example, somebody says 1, day number 1, we'll say it's a Monday. Okay, so somebody says it is 7, then we will actually say it is Sunday. So let the user enter day number, and we will actually tell what actually the day. So now what I am doing is, I can actually generate a random number between 1 to 7. That's one possibility. Otherwise, I will actually expect the day number from the user at the time of program execution. So I am going to use the command line arguments. Okay, so for that I require some day number, right? So day number is my integer variable, and this actually I'm taking from the command line argument. So how do I take from command line arguments? Aux of 0, but aux of 0 is actually a string value. I need to convert. So how do I convert? Integer dot parse int of aux of 0. So integer class is there, and which is available in the lang package. By default, lang package is available to us, and there is a parseInt method. The parseInt method parses the string represented integer to integer actually. So that means whenever you say, let's say 5, so 5 will be treated as a string initially, because aux is a string, right? So it will be in double quotes, and this parseInt method actually converts this string represented integer to integer actually. So that's what the use of the parseInt, and we have understood that one. And let me actually write a switch statement. Let's understand the switch statement. This is important. Yeah, so now here if you say, yeah, how to write switch. So switch is the keyword, switch, and the switch of expression. What is your expression? Now my expression is the day number. It takes the day number, and it's a block, right? So now I will have cases. So I'm actually saying day name and day number, right? We have 7 days. Okay, so we have tried 7 cases actually, and one default. Okay, case 1. Yeah, so this is an integer, case space 1. So my label is 1, which is a literal value. So now let me actually write here. When case 1, what I'm saying, 1 is Monday. So you have to say it's Monday. Right, that's it. Okay, when it is 1, it's Monday. So you have to break. So if user gives the value of 1, then it says it's Monday and it comes out. So you cannot actually say, you cannot actually follow through whenever it is case 2. Okay, that means what I'm saying is, here user gives 1 and it's Monday and it should stop. It should not go to the case 2 and say it's Tuesday. Right? The case 2 is Tuesday. Right? And after that, I am actually saying break. So if this break is not there at this line, what happens? Even user gives 1, it says it's Monday and it's Tuesday. This is called follow through. So that's why, based on our requirement, see, there are 7 numbers you are giving, 7 possible numbers, and 7 days are there. If it is 1, it's Monday, it's 2, it's Tuesday. Okay, like that. Fine. So that's why break is necessary here. So you cannot skip the break. Otherwise, the logic is going to be wrong. Now, case 3. Now I am just trying. Case 3 is what? Wednesday. Right? It's a Wednesday. Yeah, let me write it's a Wednesday. And it must be followed by break. Otherwise, it will go to the next case and prints Thursday as well. So simple. Writing with switch statement is very simple and easy. Your program is so readable. And it's Thursday. Okay, then we need to actually have a break as well. Okay, so then we would like to have case 5 as well. Yeah, so now let's say it's actually Friday. So 2 more I have to write. It's Friday and a break has to be followed. Let me write it quickly. Yeah, then we have case 6 and case 7. So what I do is just I will copy paste these 2 things here so that I can edit them. So this is case 6 and this is case 7. You know, case 6 is actually what? Saturday. And case 7 is going to be, it's Sunday. Okay. For example, user gives any other number. Now this default is going to match actually. So here we have to say the user, we say please enter 1 to 7 numbers only. 1 to 7 numbers only. Okay, because we have only 7 days and we have to give 1 to 7 numbers only. So now how it is going to work actually. So this is a code, a proper code. Yeah. So we are going to read a day number here. So user enters 3, for example. It says switch off 3. Case 1 doesn't match because day number is not 1. Switch off case 2. Case 2 also doesn't match. But case 3 matches because your day number is 3 and it matches. So now system.out.println and it's Wednesday. And break. So the output will be just it's Wednesday and you will come out. So out of 7 possible things, you are actually choosing 1 over here. Now, if the user actually gives 7, so case 1, case 2, case 3, case 6 doesn't match, and then case 7 matched, and it prints it's Sunday. Okay, and somebody enters some, let's say 10 actually. So 10, so none of the cases will match. The default case is going to get match. So now we can see the output coming as please enter 1 to 7 numbers only. So that is how it is going to work, and it's a very simple concept. Let me actually compile and show you that it will work. Java C demo.java. Yeah, successfully compiled. And let me run here Java demo, and I'm using command and arguments. So this time I'm actually using 3. Java space demo 3. My day number is actually 3, so it should be Wednesday, right? So it's Wednesday. So this time I am giving 5, so it's a Friday. So this time I am giving 7, it's a Sunday. So this time I am giving 1, so it's going to be Monday. Now what happens if I give 10, right? What happens if I give 10? So none of the cases will match. So it says please enter 1 to 7 numbers only. So next time I will enter some 6 and it's going to be a Saturday. Okay. So for example, so I will tell you the importance of break actually. So here this break I am commenting. Okay. So case 1, it's Monday, break is there. Case 2, it's Tuesday and there is no break. So what happens? It follows through, right? So even if I give a 2, it will print me it's Tuesday and it's Wednesday, then only there is a break actually. Now let's observe this scenario. Let's observe this scenario. Java, Java C demo.java. Now if I say case 1, there is no problem, break is there and it's saying Monday. Now if you see, I say 2, of case 2 gets matched and there is no break actually. So it will follow through. Till what it will follow through? Till it follows through case 3. After that there is a break. So if you give 2, then actually you can see it's Tuesday as well as it's Wednesday. Right? So that's the importance of the break. Otherwise what happens? It follows through. So sometimes you want to make your code follows through, you can do it actually. That's based on the requirement. Okay, so this is a simple example of a case actually. Let me actually go and tell you one more example with strings. Yeah, I have a code actually. I just tell you, and I can actually modify this as well. So I told Java 1.7 onward, uh, the strings also allowed as actually switch expressions. Earlier till 1.6, switch strings are not allowed. See, for example, if you have the knowledge of C and C++, the strings are not allowed in C as a switch expression in C and C++. But Java, we have from 1.7, string is also allowed actually. So what I'm doing here is switch with a string as a parameter. Okay, so now I'm actually taking from the command line arguments, right? So args of 0. So I'm going to take some string and I'm putting that into color. Later I'm writing my switch statement. Switch off color. Switch off color. So it evaluates to string. So it actually accepts string. If user gives me red, see this is the literal, string literal. Any string has to be represented in double quotes, right? Switch off red. So what I'm saying, roses are red and your favorite color is red. So 2 lines actually I'm writing. So you can write as many lines as possible. You can actually write some code also if you wish. So because color is red, I'm just saying something about red thing. And if the color is green, so now I'm saying earth is green and your favorite color is green. And if it is blue, sky is blue and your favorite color is blue. Okay, so if user enters some other color other than RGB colors, right? Red, green, blue is RGB color. Other than RGB, if any other color is given, so we just actually tell the user to please enter RGB colors only. So we're giving a suggestion or giving a warning when none of the cases are matched actually. So let's see. So this I saved as main.java. Let me actually compile this and show you that it works perfectly fine. Java C main.java. Let me take this over here. Yeah, it's compiled successfully. And yeah, I need to pass a color actually, right? So this is the command line arguments. No, I need to pass my color, Java space main, and I'm passing a color. So let me pass red actually. Now you can see roses are red and your favorite color is red. So this time I am giving blue. So it says sky is blue and your favorite color is blue. And this time I am giving green and earth is green and your favorite color is green. That's all fine actually. So what if somebody enters any other color? For example, somebody wants to give yellow. So now your default is going to get match. It says please enter RGB colors only, red, green, blue colors only, right? So none of the cases are matched. Your case is going to get matched. And if you see here, I have written how I have written the case labels, case red, green. They're all actually in double quotes because they are literals. Okay, but here there is a problem I can actually show you. So when I'm writing red, I'm writing like this, RED. I said capital R. Okay, but my case label is small RED. Now what is going to happen? It's actually saying please enter RGB colors only. Even though I'm giving red, but my case label is in a smaller case letter, it's not actually matching. The same is the case with something like blue. So I have given everything in a capital, so it's not accepting because blue in smaller case letter. Okay, so next time I will actually something. So in mixed case, I will give green like this, and it doesn't match. Okay, this time in this case, what you can actually do is you can actually make use of one of the methods of the string class. The string is a predefined class, java.lang.string in the lang package, and it has two methods, two useful methods, two uppercase and two lowercase. So now what I am doing is I am actually making use of a two lowercase method because my case labels are in lowercase. So what I'm doing, whatever the argument I am receiving, whatever the string I am receiving, I am converting that to lowercase. I'm converting that to lowercase. So if you give red in anything, smaller case or capital case or mixed case, it is going to convert it to a lowercase, right? And my cases will match. So if at all your cases actually in capital, then you can actually use color dot to uppercase. Okay, like that you can actually solve the problem. So the two lowercase and two uppercase are useful methods. Let me actually show you by compiling Java C main.java, and when I say Java main and I pass now red all in capital, now it will get converted to smaller, right? And of course all my case labels are in smaller, so roses are red. Now I can actually give whatever the case it may be. So I'm saying G, R, E, and where G and N are capital, so it will also read actually at this green. Okay, so this way also you can actually make use of your solution with the help of these methods like two uppercase or two lowercase kind of thing. Okay, yeah, not just this thing actually. You can actually write a number of programs, and in the previous session we have actually made one program where we are actually uh, reading marks, and we are actually telling the grade actually, right? So grade A, grade B, grade C, grade something like that. So this can straight away be converted to a switch statement actually. Okay, so now how do I convert this into a switch? Let me actually show you. Finding the grade using not else if ladder. So any else if ladder thing can be made actually possible with a switch check switch. So now this time small thing I will actually do is whenever somebody gets 90, then only I will say A plus. Okay, that small change only I'm doing. Rest all will be fine. Okay, so now why I made that also I will tell you. Yeah, so in order to make things very much clear, I have actually made this. If somebody gets 90, then A plus, 70 A, 60 B, 50 C, 40, and less than 40 fail actually. So yeah, so somebody is in between 70 to 90, then it's actually A, right? Anything greater than 90, it's A plus. Now how we can actually make this thing into switch statement. So let me actually tell you, and this is one of the useful use cases because here I will be actually not writing, I will not be writing any break for few cases actually. So both the examples I'm writing break here, right? For every case ending with a break, but this case I will have a requirement to not to write the break for certain cases. Let me actually tell you that. Okay, so I will use the same random, so it will be giving me marks actually per 100 1 to 100, and I will print the marks also. Later what I do is I will actually make this marks equal to marks equal to marks by 10. Okay, so I am dividing that by 10 actually. So now what is going to happen, somebody gets 95, so he will be having actually a value that is 9, right? And somebody getting some 83, you will be having a value because 83 by 10 is actually 8 because it's integer division, right? I'm doing a integer division, not a floating point. Somebody gets 46, so they will be having the marks now equal to 4, right? Why I'm doing like this? Okay, so in order to reduce the number of cases, otherwise since marks are 1 to 100, I have to write 101 cases. So 101 cases, writing 101 cases is too big actually. Now what I'm doing, I'm dividing the marks by 10 so that I will get actually 11 actually. For example, 0 is also will be there, right? So 11 cases I will be getting. So case 10, 100 by 100. Case 0, if somebody gets marks which are 0 to 9 actually. So 1 to 9. So 0, however, I will not be getting, right? So 1 to 9. So 1 by 10 is actually 0, or 9 by 10 is actually 0. So I will be writing only 11 cases instead of writing 101 cases, right? I will have 1 to 100 means how many cases I will have? 1 to 100, sorry, 100 cases, right? Case 1, case 2, case 3 until so on 100. Instead of writing 100 cases, now what I do is I will just write some 11 cases only and one default. Okay. So why 11 cases? Why not 10? Because I will have case 0 also and case 10 also. So 0 to 10, actually total 11. So that's why I'm actually doing this. So let me actually show you this one also. So now switch off marks. Now switch off marks evaluates to what? This marks value either can be 0 or 1, 2 until so on. It can be 10 actually. So I will have 11 cases. So let me actually show you what I'm doing. If it is a case, what I'm doing is, if it is actually case 0, okay, case 0, somebody got 9 marks. 9 by 10 is how much? 0. Okay, and it is a case 1 or it is case 2. Okay, whether it is a case 3, let's understand this carefully. Whether somebody gets case 4 means 40, right? For all these case 0, 1, 2 and 3, what is the answer actually? Fail, right? Less than 40 is fail. Okay, so I am just saying fail, right? And say break, and say break. Understand the logic actually here. Somebody gets 0 or 1 or 2 or 3. That means somebody getting marks. Okay, somebody getting marks from 1 to 39. That means less than 40. They are fail, right? Because 39 by 10 is 3. Okay, any value in between actually. Somebody gets only marks 5. 5 by 10 is 0. So whether it's case 0 or case 1 or case 2 or case 3, I just want follow through. And for all these cases, let's print fail and break. Okay, this is how we can actually make use of it. And somebody gets case 4. Yeah, so somebody gets case 4 actually. So 4 means 40 to 49. 40 to 49, greater than 40 but less than 50. So that is actually D grade, right? So system.out.println. So here we say D grade, and it must be, after that there should be a break because it should not follow through, just like case 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, in the same fashion, I just copy for 3 more times, so 3 to 4 times, because the same thing is going to come up. Yeah, for remaining cases also, I just need to copy paste. Later I will actually set them. Yeah, so now this is actually case 5. When it is a case 5, what is this grade? C grade, right? And break. Case 5 means, so 50 to 59. And then case 6, 6 means 60, 60 to 69. Then which is grade actually? B grade. Okay, and then I will have case 7. Case 7, okay, or case 8. Now observe carefully here. So somebody gets 70, greater than equal to 70 and less than 90. So 70 to 89. So somebody gets 71, A grade. Somebody gets 89 also, A grade only. So it's case 7 and 8. So there is a follow through between 7 and 8 actually. Somebody gets 71, 75, 78, 79, or somebody gets 81, 80, 89, all belongs to A grade only, because the range is actually, see, greater than 90 A plus, right? So less than 90 till 70 is A grade. So that's why 7 and 8 it is A grade. And finally, we have this particular case 9 actually. Case 9, and not just case 9. What about somebody gets 100% marks? Case 9 and case 100 or case 10. Somebody gets 100 actually. So your system generates 100. So this case, so case 9 or 10, this is going to be A plus grade. Yeah. So now you should understand when you have to follow through and when you don't actually. So here I have a follow through, here I have a follow through, and here I don't have a follow through. Based on the requirement, I have to do that actually. And this will work actually. So default, because it's a system generated, so it will not generate value greater than 10, or yeah, definitely it will not generate greater than 10 because we are using a random method. Default is not required, but whenever somebody is entering from command line arguments or by using scanner or whatever, then you always can have this default. If uh, none of the things are working, the default will work. So system not out at println, and we can say invalid marks, right? So the marks are not in between 0 to 100. That means 1 to 100. Then definitely they are invalid marks, right? Yeah. So this is how we can sometimes skip the break statement. Okay. The same thing that which we did with else if ladder, we are actually making using the switch statement. So first marks will get generated for 1 to 100. We are dividing that marks by 10, so that I will write only these many cases, and based on the logic actually given, actually based on the properties, based on the problem statement, we're actually devising our switch expression. Now let's see how it is going to work. Yeah, so Java C test.java. Okay, so somewhere something missed actually. Switch off marks. What's the problem here? Semicolon expected. Okay, switch spelling has gone actually. Yeah, switch spelling has gone, so it could not able to recognize actually. So that's the problem. Now you can actually see, so everything is fine. So it compiled. Now let me actually run this. I'm not using command and arguments. I'm using a random number. So a random number generated 81, right? 81 is generated, right? 81 by 10 is 8. So it matches case 8 straight away. It is A grade, right? Case 8 is matched. It is A grade. So now let me actually run second time. Yeah, 95. So 95 by 10 is 9. So it matches case 9. Case 9 has nothing actually. It follows through the case 10. Then here it is A grade, right? So whether it is 9 or 10, it is going to be A grade and break, right? So how the follow through is working, let's see. Now 62. So 62 means 62 by 10, 6. So somebody gets 62%, that he will be a B grade actually, and there is a break. And somebody gets 51 C grade, and somebody gets 84. Yeah, now it's case 8 is getting matched. Somebody gets 52 C grade, somebody gets 35. Yeah, so case 3 fail. Case 3 fail. Now let's see for some more answers. Case 100. So that's why this case 10 also we should write actually. Case 10. So 100 by 10 is 10. So A plus grade. And then case 88. So case 8 will match. And 25. So case 2, nothing is there, but it follows through to 3 and then fail. And then case 54C and case 70. Yeah. So now if you see here case 70, so it comes to case 7, there is nothing, but it follows through to 8, because whether 7 or 8, it's actually A grade. Okay. So this is about the switch statement, and we have seen in detail actually with integers, with strings, and of course with the case follow throughs as well. So hope you have understood the switch statement. Of course, one of the useful control statements in any programming languages, like most popular programming language like C, C++, and Java. Hope you have understood this concept well. So I will see you in the next session with the looping statements. Thank you.